Well, we got the better lighting. We got tripod. We got better charger, better setup. So hopefully we can get some people in here. Let's talk UFC. Let's talk MMA. UFC fanatic here. We're talking UFC 324, UFC 325. We're talking all of that. My boy, you're in here early, bro. I'm hype. I'm hyped to see you, man. It's been a while. I haven't been on YouTube in a while. I know I need to be consistent more, but I just haven't been on YouTube like that. How do you like the new setup, man? I hope it's not delayed or anything. There we go. I appreciate you for being in here, bro. I know exactly who you are, bro. I remember your profile picture. Don't worry. I remember you, man. I remember my people. I remember my people, bro. I'm glad you're in here. How's everything, bro? Hopefully it's not delayed. Hope it's not. But yeah, man, I got a little bit of a new setup. I got new lighting. I have another new light coming in. I still have my mic. I have a tripod now. So yeah, hopefully everything's good with everybody, bro. It's good, bro. Get the Connor picture. My girlfriend got me this, bro. I'm not even the biggest Connor fan. It was just like a picture of, it's memorabilia. You know what I mean? I'm an MMA fan at the end of the day. So whether it's a Connor picture or whatever, I'm gonna have more eventually. Eventually, I'm gonna have like a UFC logo in the back, and it's gonna be more general. And then I'm gonna have. I want to put my Habib back there, like on a shelf. But we'll see how it goes, though. We'll see how it goes. We're still making the setup. I might change my space a little bit. But yeah, I definitely need to get Max up there because Max is my favorite fighter. And Joshua Van is becoming my favorite fighter too, man. I'm a big Joshua Van guy. You know that. Shout out to Joshua Van. How have you been though, bro? How have you been? That's I'm glad that Habib next to Connor would be hilarious, brother. I like MMA, bro. When is this break ending, bro? I don't know. I don't know. 3 weeks. 3 weeks. The break is ending in 3 weeks, homie. 3 weeks. I have someone. Is that Japanese? Brother, I'm sorry. I might have to. I have to You need to translate that, brother. I can't read that. I can't read that. I'm glad you're in here though. Like the live. I am Japanese MMA fighter. I fight an organization called Ryzen. I'm 19 years old. Record 11-1. I will definitely go to the UFC. Well, I like Ryzen, so I hope you do. Hope you do well, and I hope you come over here. And I want to ask, how did you see? How did you like Kyoji Horiguchi's debut, Ryzen fighter? And it's not just UFC; it's MMA as a whole. Bro, you in Ryzen? Damn. Listen, I got a Ryzen fighter in the live. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I was watching Ryzen when Kyoji was over there, so whenever Kyoji fought, I used to try to make it a mission to watch that. He'll make it to the UFC. He'll make it to the UFC. I mean, probably has to work on his grappling because I noticed a lot of the Ryzen fighters don't have the best grappling, but maybe you're different. Yo, I just noticed who socked you in your eye. I was my cousin has like a little like MMA gym in his basement. He has a lot of money. I was just chilling, sparring with them and shit, and yeah, I got caught in the eye, bro. It is what it was worse, bro. I had a big hematoma on the side, but it is what it is. New Year's resolutions, trying to get back in the gym, trying to work out, exercise. I got a little chubby. I'm not trying to be chubby. You know what I'm saying, man? Listen, like Hispanic food during the holidays, no bueno, bro. No bueno. I appreciate y'all for being here, though. Please hit the like button if you enjoy MMA. If you enjoy these kind of lives, hit the like button. It helps me out a lot. I appreciate that, bro. I saw your live pop up and I immediately clicked. Bro, you don't know how much that means to me. Like, I really enjoy doing MMA live discussions. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I do it on TikTok and I do it on here. And I haven't done it on Instagram, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm gonna be here on TikTok. Do you know a player named? Yes, I do. I do know He's the 145 champ at Ryzen, right? I know who he is. Don't even start me at holiday food, bro. The holiday food had me messed up, brother. Messed up. Messed up. I was super. Listen, man, we eat that roast pork, rice and gandules, bro. It's bad. It's bad, brother. We cannot read the Japanese, brother. I wish I could. I love Japan. I want to go one day, but I can't read the Japanese, my friend. But yeah, 3 week break. But I'm here to talk UFC with y'all. I'm here to talk UFC and MMA with y'all. Yeah, copy it and then post his name into the chat if you can, because I don't know. I can't read Japanese, so it's kind of hard for me. Appreciate everybody that's in here. Make sure you like the live if you like watching MMA content, and make sure you ask questions. What up, Gingerbread? How are you doing? What's good? There's definitely a way to spell it in English for sure, bro. But like maybe he doesn't know how. English is probably his second language. I'm so glad you guys joined the live so fast. Should I go live at this time more often? Is this a good time for y'all? Akimoto. Okay. Look up Akimoto. It's 3 alphabets, so I'm quitting a lot. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother learning Japanese. I barely know my second language enough. Like I could speak decent Spanish, but not good enough. I'm gonna subscribe. I appreciate that gingerbread. I appreciate that, bro. Shout out to you. Like the live while you're at it if you can. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. It helps me out a lot. Helps me out a lot. Especially if you're an MMA fan, feel free to ask any questions, man. Gingerbread's the goat for that. I appreciate that so much, bro. Appreciate that so much. So, guys, what fights are you looking forward to? Let's hear it. Let's talk some MMA. Let's talk some MMA, guys. Let's do it. I see you guys are in here. We got a decent audience, so we can only go up from here. Okay, Kimo Akamoto. Okay, what's his record, DJ? What's his record? What's my favorite fight ever? Um, ever is hard. I will say low key one of my favorite fights that doesn't get a lot of recognition is Max Holloway versus Yair Rodriguez. 5 round banger. 5 round absolute banger. If you've never seen it, go watch that. Go watch that. Does Justin have staff? I don't think he has staff. I don't have no idea. I think he said it was ingrown hair, but I don't know. What up, Cole? It's your birthday? Well, happy birthday, bro. I don't know if you're saying when your birthday is, but if it's your birthday, happy birthday, brother. I appreciate you for being in here. Happy birthday, my guy. Like the live while you're at it. Show me some love. I appreciate that, brother. Happy birthday, dog. Yeah, word. But yeah, Justin said that it wasn't staph, it was an ingrown hair. So let's see if that's true or not. If he does have staph, that's kind of worrying. I think Patty's gonna get it done regardless, though. To be honest, I think Patty Pimlet is gonna win just because I think he could tank most of what Justin has to give out, and I think he might end up getting beat up on the feet for a little bit, but eventually he'll get on the back and find a submission because Justin Gaethje throughout his career, he has good scrambles, he has good takedown defense. I'm not saying he doesn't have that stuff, but the problem that I have with Justin Gaethje is I feel like his jiu-jitsu isn't where it should be. I feel like his jiu-jitsu is a little weak. Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like Justin got weak jiu-jitsu, but that's my opinion. That's my opinion. So that's kind of how I feel about how that fight's gonna go. I think Amanda and Kayla is pretty interesting, but I have a weird feeling that it's gonna be a boring fight. That's another thing. I think it's gonna be a not so fun one, so to say. You know, I am confident I can beat Volkanovski in the UFC lightweight division. Brother, I don't think you could beat Volkanovski right now. Give yourself some time, man. How old are you? Is there any UFC fighter that has the same birthday as you? I have no idea. My birthday is June 11th, so if one of y'all could look that up, be my guest. I don't know if there's a UFC fighter with the same birthday as me. Medina, there is Octagon 82. Watch it next week. Depends what time it ends up coming on in my side of the world. I'm not as hardcore as the European fans, guys. I don't be wanting to get up super early. I've done it for Ryzen a couple times. I've done it for like UFC and Asia cards, but I don't know. Like for Octagon, I'm not trying to get up hella early if I got to. I'm not gonna lie to you. Be honest. For y'all, it's probably 3 a.m. Yeah, I don't know if I'm trying to wake up at 3 a.m. on a Saturday, bro. You guys have a full time job. Sometimes I'm doing like double shifts and stuff, man. I'm not trying to do all that. Matt Frivola has the same birthday as me. You know what's funny about that, bro? I've met Matt Frivola multiple times, and me and him know each other. We're pretty cordial when we see each other. Is what I'll say. I live in London, and you live for London Fight Nights and Asia cards. I mean, that's good for y'all. That's good for y'all. Yeah, right. Here it's almost 6 p.m., not midnight. Almost 6 p.m. So if this is a good time to get y'all on the live, I'm kind of good. I'm good with that. To be honest, I'm good with that. I've been trying to build up the following, bro. Holy shit. I slept through 319. I mean, that main event was kind of it was kind of tough. I'm not gonna hold you. that was Hamzat laying on Drickus for 5 rounds, right? Because Drickus sucks. I told you guys, that's one thing that I was like really talking about a lot in my on my TikTok lives. Drickus not elite, bro. Do you have any pets? I have a dog. I have a dog. I have a Shih Tzu. I have a little dog. She's the cutest thing ever. I love her. But yeah, I have a dog. I had another dog. He passed away. His name was Benji. He was a Shih Tzu mix. I loved him too. He was awesome. But what about you? You have any pets? You have any pets? You slept through 319. That shit's funny. I'm not gonna lie. I've never fallen asleep during a card. Not yet. Not yet. I have like, it's weird when fights are on. I'm just awake. One dog, four cats. Oof. 4 cats, bruh. 4 cats is nasty. I'm sorry, bro. do you guys put money on the fights? DJ, you do, right? You put money on the fights, DJ? I haven't done it in quite a while, but I think I'm gonna go back to it. Like, I think I'm gonna start, like, now that I'm a little bit more like smart with my wagering, I'm gonna start doing it. At one point, I made too much money, so I had like 10K in the account, and I was just making like wild bets. I shouldn't have done that. Like, I ended up losing some of the 10K I won because I was placing these wild bets. You don't bet? I mean, listen, to each their own. I try not to. I did the last time I did was for 318. You lost some money? That's usually what that means. If you stop betting, that means you lost some money most of the time. Like, I started as like a pretty much like an UFC gambling creator, but like I wanted to move away from that because like I don't want to be known as like a gambling guy. That bum Holland did me dirty. To be fair, 318 had a lot of underdogs on the main card win. I remember D-Rod was one of them. Michael Johnson was another one that won that probably shouldn't have. Pitbull won as a dog. I think Paulo Costa won as a dog. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Have faith in our works, but His Holy Spirit. Yeah, amen, brother. I'm all about Christ. Listen, bro. I'm a follower of Jesus. I'm a Christian through and through. Amen. And God bless you. I got Johnson, Costa, and Pitbull. I had Costa and Pitbull. I had Costa and Pitbull. But I didn't have the other ones. I am not Christian, but respect. Or what are you? Are you atheist or Muslim or what? It's like in 13 minutes. It's Christmas for you. Wait a minute. Do you celebrate? Because in Puerto Rico, we have a thing called Three Kings Day where we celebrate the three wise men. And that was today on January 6th. I just believe in myself. So you're an atheist? You're an atheist then? I'm Orthodox. That's why. Okay. I grew up Catholic, but I converted to um, I converted to Protestant. We're not really Protestant. It's more like non-denominational. Yeah, a lot of people in Europe are atheists on in Western Europe anyway. So I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I was atheist at one point, but I recently converted from being an atheist to now to Christianity. So yeah, now I'm a proud Christian, even though it comes with people thinking certain things of you, but it is what it is. I'm strong in my faith. But Merry Christmas to you, DJ, since it's your Christmas for you's coming soon. I hope you enjoy your holiday, brother. Hope you enjoyed your New Year. I don't know if you guys did anything for New Year's, but if you did, I hope you enjoyed it. I just can't wait for this UFC card, bro. That's what I'm looking forward to. Have you guys seen the UFC on Paramount the setup? What is my favorite fight style to watch? I have a bias towards guys that have like a boxing style. I feel like because I like Ilya Taporia, I like Joshua Van, I like Max Holloway. Like these are like my favorite fighters in the UFC. I like Kevin Vallejos, so it makes me like I never thought I did, but I feel like subconsciously I have a bias towards like the boxing style and MMA, and that's probably because I started as a boxing fan. Like I used to watch boxing because boxing is really popular in like the Hispanic and Puerto Rican community. So I think that kind of transferred over to when I got older. I'm Belkin. I could say my religion is a big thing. Everything down here, Muslim, Catholics, Orthodox, or neighbors. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I'm glad you're strong in your faith. That's good. Good for you, bro. Good for you. That's awesome. God bless. Especially if you truly believe in your faith, it's awesome. I'm just keep that going, bro. It's good. That's great. But yeah, I've always had a bias towards the boxing style in MMA. Like Joshua Van's my guy because he throws a lot of volume. I love Joshua Van, even though I think he might get slept by Cape. I don't know. Cape's power is crazy, bro. The way he did Brandon Royval was crazy. He did him dirty, real dirty. So, guys, give me your dark horses. Like, who are the dark horses of the divisions? Who do you think is going to be the champion at the end of the year in every division? Let's start at 125. Who do you think is going to be the 125 champion at the end of 2026? Come on, guys, let's hear it. Let me ask y'all a couple questions. I'll wait on it. Sipping my water. I'll wait on it. Let's see. Personally, I think at the end of 2026, I think Tatsuro Taira is going to be the champ. When I was a casual, I was just looking for KOs, but right now I'm more of a BJJ and ground game. Yeah, I like jujitsu too because I did jujitsu, so I get that. I get that. I understand. Grappling is fun too. If you actually know what you're looking at, grappling is fun to watch too. I think at the end of 2026, the 125 champion is going to be probably Tatsuro Taira. Unless they re-sign Makayev. If they re-sign Makayev, Makayev might be the champion. Because Makayev he's legit. He's legit. Makayev is good. Let you think. All right, all right. When you got an answer, drop that in the comment section, brother. Guys, if you're in here and you're new, hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. That helps me out. I love talking MMA with the boys. I know the algorithm is just discovering me. I know a lot of y'all probably don't know who I am, but trust me, I'm popping on TikTok. Y'all like me on here. Trust me. Trust me. This is what I do. Talking MMA, predicting MMA is what I do. I live for this stuff, man. Horiguchi, Yan, Movzar, Ilya, Makachev, Hamzat, Yuri, Tom Aspinall. I don't think Horiguchi's going to be the champ. Even though I think he's champ level, I don't think he's going to be the champ. Yan, I think Bantamweight might be wide open, low key. Movzar, I could see him with the championship. I could definitely see Movzar because, especially if Volk retires, he'll definitely probably grab the belt. I think Movzar is going to beat Lerone Murphy later this year. Ilya Taporia is keeping the championship. If he doesn't vacate, I most likely see him keeping the championship. I do think he beats Armin. I think he beats Pimlet. Makachev, it's hard to pick anybody to beat Islam, bro. Islam is so good. It's so hard to... Like, I would not pick anybody to beat Islam in 2026. And I think Father Time or retirement is the only thing to beat Islam. And the same goes for Hamzat. Because Hamzat, his style is just too much to... He might end up being the champion of light heavyweight at the end of 2026. Because I think he could beat Yuri. I think he could beat a couple of them guys. And Tom Aspinall, I'm going to say Tom Aspinall too, but just because I like him. Cape, Ian, Lopez, Ilya, Islam, Hamza, Alex. If Tom doesn't retire, he'll stay the champ. I don't think Alex is going to stay the champ because I think Alex is at an advanced age. That's my opinion on Alex Pereira. And I like Alex Pereira because he's a bit of a local hero here. Like when he first won the belt, they did a parade over in Danbury where he trains, like 30, 40 minutes from me. Same goes for Glover. So they live out here in Connecticut, so I root for them. But I don't know if Alex is going to be the champion at the end of the year, but I don't. I'm going to be honest. I don't see it. I don't see it like you. Guys, does everything look good and sound good? Alex will be next Couture, mark my words. I don't know, man. Alex out here dipping in the Tracy Cortez. I don't know, man. He dipping in the pudding a little too much, you know what I mean? I think Poatan will move up or retire. That's why I said Yuri the champ. What's up? It looks good. Oh, I appreciate that, Joey. You think you like the new setup? It looks good. It sounds good. I appreciate that, bro. If you don't already subscribe to me, hit the subscribe. And then like the live if you can, brother. I appreciate that so much. We're building an MMA community up here, so I want a little slice of the pie. So Bedtime MMA, MMA Guru, Lucas Tracy, all of y'all, I'm coming for y'all. MMA Joey too. Oh, I forgot about Tracy. He losing the belt. Listen, bro, I don't know. After Brian Ortega started messing with Tracy, boys, his career went on a downslope, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. His career went like, whoo. And I like Brian Ortega too. I enjoyed his fights anyway. I thought he was a fun fighter. But you can't be dipping in that Tracy Cortez pudding. She's gonna drain the life energy from him. Listen, boys, she drained the life energy from a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. She a bad one though. So, know what I mean? That was one of the New Year's things that kind of got me. I was like, Tracy Cortez and Alex Pereira? Like, I did not see that one coming at all, bro. I was like, huh? That was bugged out. That shit was crazy, bro. Be the champ or date Tracy? Be the champ, bro. You could get whatever girl you want if you're the champ. Who, in your opinion, are the 3 best UFC female fighters right now? No, of all time. Amanda's number 1. Shevchenko's number 2. Number 3, Weili Zhang, to me. Weili Zhang, I would say that. I don't want to sound like a casual, but I've always been high on Weili Zhang, and I know she just lost to Valentina, but I feel like you can't put Joanna up there when Weili beat her twice. That's just my opinion. And the first time, in the first time, I thought Weili clearly won, and then the second time, Joanna got KO'd by Weili. So like, I feel like you can't put Joanna in the top three after those L's to Weili. You know what I'm saying? Because Joanna lost to Weili and Rose. So you know what I'm saying? Like it's just not. I don't think so. I don't think you could put her up there. Low key, Shevchenko has a chance to become the GOAT. It's hard to put her as the GOAT over Amanda with everything that Amanda has accomplished and the fact that Amanda has wins over Shevchenko and Amanda's a double champ. Like, I get what you're saying because she has like a lot of defenses and dominant in the division, but like Amanda's got the two dubs over her. I feel like that matters. I feel like that. I might be a bit biased though. I like Amanda Nunes in terms of like female fighters. I've always thought like Amanda's the GOAT. She's the the female GOAT. You know what I mean? The sheep, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I don't think Shevchenko is the GOAT. I think she's a solid number two and probably will stay there. I do think when Natalia Silva gets to Shevchenko, Natalia Silva beats Shevchenko. I'm saying that here now. Natalia Silva beats Shevchenko. Too athletic, too dynamic, and just as good of a striker, and if not better footwork. Come on, Amanda Nunes and Patchy Mix. What are we saying, bro? Amanda Nunes and Patchy Mix. Come on, what are we saying? What are we saying? you're bugging out, bro. You're bugging out. This break has been real bad because like I was trying to grow my YouTube channel, but how am I supposed to grow my YouTube channel when like there's nothing going on in the UFC right now? And like I made a couple YouTube videos, but the views didn't go too crazy. But it is what it is. I took over TikTok, so I can take over this. That's how I feel. I got me a new webcam too, so webcam right here. You know what I mean? So we taking over, man. We taking over. Patchy got an insane head movement. Insane head movement. He's beating her. Yeah, I got a ring light coming in. Joanna got to be up there. At one stage, she was beating everybody so convincingly. Defended loads towards the end. She did fall off, yeah. I feel like, how about this? How about this, Jack? I feel like it's a coin flip between Wei Li and Joanna. Because I feel like if Wei Li would have stayed at 115, she would have kept defending her belt. She took an L because she went up and tried to fight Valentina. And Valentina just kind of out physicaled her. Took her down, was the bigger woman. Like, it is what it is. Like, Valentina had something similar happen to her when she moved up to fight Amanda. Amanda was too big for her. So, if Weili goes back down, gets a couple more, like, wins the belt back, I feel like we could, like, solidify her as number 3. When UFC is on a break, you can make tier lists. They always do good. Yeah, I thought about doing that. Like I said, like before it was hard because my webcam was my main camera, but now I have a actual webcam. Like before, my phone was my main camera. So now that I have a webcam and I got my lighting coming in tomorrow, I could start like making videos on OBS and not having to record them on my iPhone and then edit them on CapCut and then upload. Like it was a lot of steps to get my first couple long forms out there, but I want to do tier list. I have another video coming out on it's about the UFC's recent matchmaking and how people are complaining about fights like Patty and Armin, but they need to look at the root here about the UFC and WWE being owned by the same company in TKO, and how the presidents of TKO have gone out and literally said they're prioritizing profit margins and getting butts in the seats pretty much. So that's why you get things like Patty versus Justin instead of instead of Ilya versus Armin, and matchups like Volk versus Diego instead of Volk versus Lerone or Volk versus Evloev, because the company right now, TKO, the parent company of the UFC and the WWE, are targeting bigger events that are more appealing to casuals and not appealing to me and you. What do you think is next for Hamzat? Well, I'm pretty sure Hamzat is going to be booked to go against Amavov. That'd be my guess, and I think that he beats Amavov. We've seen Amavov struggle against people like Sean Strickland. I think Hamzat clears Sean Strickland, so I think Hamzat's going to get a dominant win over Amavov. And I could almost guarantee that he's going to be one of them guys that gets one defense and then tries to move up immediately after. That'd be my guess for what's going to happen with Hamzat. Patty versus Justin is nasty, though. Nasty in a good way or a bad way? Nasty in a good way or a bad way? I think that it's a cool matchup, but let's be honest, like with the merit, it don't deserve to be there, because Paddy Pimblett, has he really earned an interim title shot realistically? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, trust me, guys, you're gonna see a lot of what people are gonna call it WWE matchmaking. That's what they're gonna call it. You're gonna see a lot of stuff like that happen. There's gonna be a lot of stuff like that happening because this Paramount deal, they're trying to sell Paramount subscriptions. It's the beginning of the deal. They're gonna front load a lot of this stuff. That's why we're getting back-to-back numbered events. By the way, though, if you're in the U.S., or I don't even know if it's international or not, but the Paramount, like the interface is real clean and they got it separated from like Decade. Pretty fire. A bad way, in my opinion, it's a banger fight. Just the interim belt is nasty for that. Yeah, it's nasty, bro. It's gross. I don't like that they did that either. I don't like that they did that either, but I'm telling you the reason why. Because if I go to work, right, I could go to my job right now and I could ask people, do you know who Armin Sarukian is? And they're going to be like, who that? If I tell them, yo, Patty the Baddie's fighting, they're going to be like, oh, I know Patty. He nice. He nice, right? He like going to be a champion or some shit. That's what they'll say to me. I'm going to be honest. And I work in a blue collar distribution center, like warehouse environment. So that's your main demographic of UFC fans. So you know what I'm saying? Like the UFC is going to be targeting that fan base and not targeting people like me and you. They're targeting the casuals that want to see Patty the Baddie get a title shot. Yeah, they're jumping on the hype train because the UFC, they put Patty out there. He was on ESPN. Like you see the highlights and you see the him doing his like little whatever he does. You know, it's the same crowd that loves John Jones or loves Conor McGregor, like that crowd. Not the type of crowd like me, you, the people in the chat, the guys watching, the 4 or 5 people watching MMA creator talk about MMA during a 3-week UFC break. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Modesto, California. What's going on, brother? I'm from Connecticut. So appreciate you for stopping in, brother. Like the live if you can, Daniel. If you talk MMA, talk some MMA in there. If I ask around about UFC, no one will know what I'm talking about. Then I say Conor, and everyone's like, "Oh, I remember that lunatic." Yeah, is the UFC not popular in Holland? Right, that's where you live, in Holland. I want to say that's where you live. No problem, brother. Do me a solid and like the live if you can. God bless you. Appreciate you for being in here, bro. I hit that like. Appreciate that, gangster. Appreciate that, bro. Are you a UFC fan, Daniel? Are you a UFC fan, or you just stopping in to say what's up? Either way, you're cool with me. Appreciate you for joining the live. I love doing this. More likes, guys? Yeah, more likes. More likes. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. More likes, more questions about UFC. I love doing these lives. I love interacting with chat. 100% UFC, you a GOAT, bro. Not that much. Maybe it gets more popular because of RDR. Not if RDR keeps quitting on the stool. It's not RDR. Bro, I was so mad at him when he did that. You love UFC? I love the UFC too, brother. I love it too. This has been too long of a break. It's hurting my heart. I gotta say the YouTube audience, I like you guys a lot more because you guys aren't talking about my appearance every 5 minutes. You know, the TikTok audience is like, yo, you look like this guy, you look like that guy, you look like this, you look like that, and you guys are just asking UFC questions. That's what I want. RDR, yeah, RDR got belt to ass. That's a fact. That's a fact. He quit. You can't do what he did at the highest level possible. You can't, bro. You can't. And that's the second time he did it. He's lucky people didn't see the first time. He did that shit in one championship too. He quit. He literally wouldn't. He was jujitsu nerding it up on the ground, and then he decided not to get up. Like, can't be doing that in high level MMA. It's a bad look, and it makes us look bad too, because people are watching like thinking these high level athletes just quit. Like, it don't look good. It's not good. And it's a shame because like Robert Whitaker is one of my favorite guys of all time, and he beat Robert Whitaker. So I was like, you know what? I gotta support RDR. He beat Robert Whitaker, and then he goes and does that, lays an egg. Man, like I don't know. I don't know if Arnold Allen is. I mean Arnold Allen. I don't know if Brendan Allen is that good or RDR is that bad. That's the problem with that. I don't know. Like if Brendan Allen goes out there and he's like taking down Dricus in his next fight and holding him down, maybe it was just a Brendan Allen thing. Maybe it's not on RDR. But from what I saw, that's on RDR. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. If you guys are in here and you're new, like the live, ask UFC questions, and subscribe if you like UFC content. Opinion on that fight for me, Robert won that fight. Maybe I'm biased. I thought RDR won, to be honest. Entry level fans will also watch every Hamza fight like that is boring. Almost didn't. Yeah, yeah. Because that fight had a lot of hype on it, bro. It was one of my best weeks I did on YouTube and on TikTok. But the thing is like a lot of people were disappointed because DDP just had nothing for him. Want to see Izzy come back as well. Yeah, I want to see Izzy do something. I'll say that. I want to see him do something. I don't want to see him go on like a 5-fight losing streak. I'm not even an Izzy fan, by the way. But I don't like to see like fighters like lose like 6 fights on the way out. Like I don't want Izzy to be a BJ Penn or a Tony Ferguson. I rather him have like a go out on a win. How long ago was Izzy and Mavov? Got to be over a year ago. He got KO'd bad though. That was a that wasn't good for our boy man. It wasn't good for Izzy. Boy got slept. What's up, Tyler Betts? What's going on, brother? Ask any UFC related questions, bro. And if you're enjoying this live and you enjoy being in lives like this, hit that like button because that helps me out a lot. So I appreciate you for being in here, bro. Izzy versus Tony in a boxing would be good. All right, Izzy would beat Tony in boxing, bro. Come on. Let's be real. Don't do that, man. Shara got whipped by MVP. Yeah, he did. But I was never sold on Shara Bullet. And that other dude, the one that trains with Hamzat Susarkoev, I don't think he is all that either. I think he might be a slightly better Shara, like on terms in like how his career's gonna go. I wasn't that impressed with him, to be honest. I feel like he's been looking sloppy in all of his fights, in my opinion. Shara Butin Magomedov that's your favorite fighter in the UFC, bro. I'm sorry. So far, Tony's undefeated in boxing. Yeah, but he's fighting like TikTokers and fucking Soap Bay and shit like that. It's different, bro. Why is Shara your favorite, Daniel? Answer that. I need to understand why. Why is he your favorite? Is it because he looks cool? He looked pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. The eye and everything, he looked kind of cool. I think he's gonna be in a horror movie or something like that. I remember hearing that he was gonna be in a horror movie. Shara pretty tight though. I'm not the big. I don't think he's an elite level fighter, to be honest. I mean, he has like a his style is pretty. Who's my favorite? Nick Diaz will forever be yours. My personally, bro, my favorite UFC fighter is Max Holloway. Max Holloway is a favorite UFC fighter ever. I don't know why, but Shara looks musty. I think he reeks. That's funny. He looks cool, and I love that he's a kickboxer and a Muay Thai fighter. Have you seen John Pork Chanko? Have you seen him? He's a kickboxer from Dagestan. He's pretty nasty. He has a lot. He throws a lot of volume. But Shara kind of reminds me of Saeed Nurmagomedov, but like a 185 version. You said no, brother. Gotta look up Chanko. Chanko. Chank. No. Yeah, I think it's KO. Yeah, they call him John Pork. That's what they call him. You'll know once you look him up. Them Dagestan boys built different, brother. Tell me about it. It's hard to pick against them, motherfuckers. You try to pick against. I pick against them selectively. You don't know who he is. You gotta look him up, bro. He's tough. His Contender Series fight was really, really good. Really good. Chanko's the most famous guy UFC that is not in the UFC. He is. He's signed though. Chanko's signed now. What is his real name? I keep calling him John Pork, and I feel bad. I don't want to be calling a Muslim guy John Pork. Like I feel like a jerk. But I know he's Chanko. That's his nickname. But what is his actual legit government name? Yeah, you should look. You should look, Daniel. He's tough. He's fun to watch. A fun watch. Will Pereira fight Gan? Maybe. I mean, if Pereira moves up, he might fight Gan or he might fight Volkov. Like there's a slight possibility he fights Volkov. I think that Volkov would try to take him down, though. I think Volkov would try to take him down. Just based off of what I saw in the Volkov and Tuivasa fight. If I see Medov... he said if I see Medov in there... Yeah, you see the OV, you just picked them, right? That's my title prediction. Gan versus Poatan interim title match. I wouldn't mind that. It'd be tough. I kind of want to see Volkov and Pereira, though. I don't know. I just feel like they're both giant. But, like, oh, man. I think it'd be a good fight. Because Volkov's so technical, bro. And Volkov got a pretty solid chin. The only time he got KO'd was in the third round against Derek Lewis in a fight he was winning. So, or I like to see Volkov and Waldo. If Waldo wins against Derek Lewis, I would like to see Volkov and Waldo. I think that would be a good one. Even though I think Volkov would win, but I want to see it. I want to see it. There's some matches you can make at the heavyweight division, but the heavyweights, bro, the heavyweights are probably the weakest division in the UFC. I'm not gonna like it's by far too. And I have another hot take, and I wanted to make a video on this too. So if you guys are in here, you guys are gonna get a prediction from my, well, not even a prediction. You guys are gonna get a sneak peek into my next video. 135 and 155 are no longer the premier divisions in the UFC. The premier divisions in the UFC are 170 and 125. Gan only lost versus John Jones and Ngannou, which is impressive. I agree. You got Patty or Justin. I'm leaning Patty, bro. I think the grappling is going to be the difference in that fight. Tyler Betts. I think that he's eventually going to get on the back of Justin and choke him out. Although I've been going back and forth on it. You've only been to one UFC fight in Sacramento. That was recently, wasn't it? That was recently. I went to a few. I went to Jersey. I went to Long Island. I went to Boston. Living in the East Coast has its benefits. I agree with that hot take. That's good to me. But 135 is still second. I think 125 is a sleeper division. Will you cover DWCS because I'm not so good for it. I'll probably cover DWCS again. I don't know if I'll make predictions and stuff because sometimes it's hard to find tape on these guys, and I don't want to be like searching using hella time to find tape because right now I'm doing like these lives for like the love of the game. I just enjoy making content and I enjoy making lives. The Ilya is slowing 155 right now. I agree. Oh, it was July 2019. Dang, bro. You think okay? To me, 135 is like 3 or 4. But I feel like Marab ruined the division, low key. Like Marab made the division not fun to watch. Yeah, bro. Sean O'Malley versus Yan 2 happens if Sean O'Malley does his job on January 24th. I think Diego's gonna go up to 155 after he loses to Volk and fight for the BMF. I think that Diego Lopez has a good shot to beat Volk this time. Remember, Volk is like 37, 38. Like he was able to get dropped and survive that first time. Like who says Diego doesn't cold him this time? Like like he caught him the first time and put him down. What if he puts him out the second time? That's all I'm saying. Marab is no longer champ though. Yeah, but Marab made the division boring. I'm not gonna lie. Like he made the division boring. You took a picture with Cody Garbrandt. That's cool, bro. That's when Cody was popping too. Maybe, but he got dominated. Did he? I mean, he lost the fight, and I picked him to lose the fight. But like, I'm pretty sure it was like a 49-46 where he dropped him. And the thing about Diego is Diego could lose the majority of a fight and still win. Against John Silva, he was losing the second round until he won. When you have power and finishing ability like that, it's kind of it makes the skill kind of like the skill gap close up a bit. It's kind of like when Leon was kind of outskilling Carlos Prates and just boom, he just floored Leon. Like what could Leon do? He is a cool person. I only have 3 pictures with him. That's cool, bro. I got pictures with Alex Pereira. I got pictures with a couple fighters. Volk's chin's also getting worse. Yeah, Volk's chin was never that great to begin with. He was getting dropped by Chad Mendes early in his career. Yeah, Lopez's chin is like a weapon. That's insane. I'm just honest, guys. Like remember, Volk was getting dropped by Chad Mendes back in the day, getting wobbled by their fighters. Like I don't know how he survived the front. Bro, he was getting front kicked. He was getting jabbed in the face by John Silva. Diego Lopez is a fucking tank, bro. That motherfucker. I don't know if it's the haircut. He not Mexican, but he fight like a Mexican. Like somehow he absorbed the Mexican chin powers by drinking the water or some shit. I don't know. But so how long have you been have you been to a UFC fight in Las Vegas? Yeah, bro. I went to International Fight Week when Volk fought Yair and when Brandon Moreno fought Pantoja. Awesome event, great time. I got to see Pantoja become champion, and that was great for me. I was really happy. I like Pantoja is my favorite flyweight of all time. So to see him win the belt with everybody like going against him, like and me being the only one like cheering in the crowd and everyone else was mad. Icing on the cake. Great great birthday present at the time for my girlfriend. So shout out to her for that. That was amazing. Fire. Great time. I feel like UFC events, like it is better to watch them on TV. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like if you're a UFC fan, you have to at least attend one in person because the energy like in person is way different than like watching on TV. Like when I seen Sean O'Malley knock out Aljamain Sterling in person, bro, it was like surreal. The whole crowd was going crazy. Like you had a bunch of drunk Irish American guys because they were cheering for their dude. It was awesome, bro. Pantoja versus Van, not a good fight. I was sad. I'm a big Joshua Van fan, bro. You think it's a bit too much? I don't know how it is in Europe, but over here it was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I can try do, but I would have to go all the way to France. How far is France from you? I had to fly 6 hours to Vegas for one of the ones that I went to. So remember, the U.S. is way bigger than Europe, so I probably made bigger like trips than you have. You know what I'm saying? Guys, if you're new here, please like the live. If you're enjoying the live, participate, ask questions. We love questions in the chat. Van is a good fighter. I think he has a good boxing skills. Yeah, bro, that's why he's one of my favorites. I love watching that style. If you have like solid boxing fundamentals for MMA, it's just icing on the cake. I love to see it. I like the grappling too. Like I am a grappler. Like at heart, I'm a grappler. I just like watching the boxing. Oh man, Van versus Royval was fight of the year. You know we had Crow Cop soccer. Oh yeah, Crow Cop soccer kicking guys. We were used to that. Now I think yeah, it isn't necessary. That is true. The U the U.S. is not bigger than all of Europe. Russia kind of carrying us. Yeah, I mean, but isn't Russia's kind of like half in Asia and half in Europe? Like when I think of Europe, I know Russians are European, obviously, but when I think of Europe, I'm not really thinking of Russia for the most part. I'm thinking of most of Western Europe and not really the East. And the farthest east I think of is maybe like Poland or something or Ukraine. But you are right; they are in Europe. That is true. But a lot of you guys aren't going. How many of you Europeans are actually traveling to Russia? Most of you guys are going from like Germany to Switzerland, from France to the UK to the Netherlands. Like those aren't really that far apart. You know what I mean? Like when I go from here on the East Coast, I live in Connecticut. When I go from Connecticut to California, that's 6 hours on a plane from me. That's almost the same amount of time that it would take me to get to the UK. That's what I'm saying. I can drive out my country in like 3 hours. See, my state is that big. Like, it's real different. Like, I'm gonna go to Europe. I've never been to Europe before, so that's something I want to do at some point. I want to go to Europe. To go to Europe would be pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. At some point, I'm gonna make that a trip. I'm gonna go to Europe. You people in Europe, tell me what countries I should go to. Yeah, but Europe is more packed. Yeah, it is. It is. I guess it depends. If you go to New York, New York is packed. Like Boston is packed. Like people are on top of each other. So it depends what you mean by that. But my Europeans in the chat, where should I go when I go to Europe? When I go to Europe, where should I go? Let me know. Because at some point I'm gonna go. At some point I'm definitely gonna go. That's a fact. I've been to South America. If you want warm weather, Spain or Italy. I think I feel like I fit in as like my looks. I feel like I look like I could be in. I look like I could be Spanish or Italian, right? I mean, technically, I am a Spanish descent a bit. I'm mixed race, but I do have Spanish DNA. I feel like I could be a local in Spain. Know what I mean? The UFC should do a card in Spain. That's what they should do. Honestly, a UFC in Spain with Taporia as the headliner. Maybe Joel Alvarez on the card. Um, got Danny Barres. They have a guy from the Canary Islands they got on the Contender Series. And you have a lot of the other Southern Europeans in there. Netherlands is kind of cold. It's cold here in Connecticut, bro. It's like 20 degrees. So I'm used to it. I'm used to it. At this point, I'm used to it. Guys, keep the questions rolling in. If you're new here, like it. Oh, 20 Fahrenheit. My bad, bro. I'm American. We don't even we don't look at the Celsius, so you're gonna have to do the conversion. In America, we don't look at the Celsius, bro. That's like obsolete here. That's funny. I'm gonna go for like 3 more minutes, 2 more minutes actually. No worries, man. That's like cold as hell, bro. It gets to that point, right? And then like later in the year, it'll be like 100 degrees Fahrenheit. You know what I'm saying? So it really like wide variety here in the states, especially up in the Northeast. It gets really hot, really humid, really cold. It is freezing here, literally. I bet. I bet. I know the more north you go, the colder it gets. I know that. That's a fact. The more north you go, the colder it gets. I know, like Sweden and all that is probably cold as hell. Um, all the Nordic countries, I'm all set. I'm not going there. No offense. I want good cuisine and decent weather, and I feel like Northern Europe doesn't have that for me. So probably Spain, Italy. I'll go to England because like I got a lot of followers from England on my TikTok, so I'll probably do that. I'm telling you guys, one day I'm gonna be making a lot of money off of YouTube. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be making enough money where I could go to Europe if I want to go meet up with the community that I have built. I'm gonna make it happen. I am. I'm gonna make it happen. Hopefully soon, but we're gonna try to make that happen for sure, for sure. All right, guys, about to go 1 more minute. If you have any last minute questions, go ahead and ask me. I appreciate you for being here. I might be on around the same time tomorrow, guys. To be honest, probably start at like 5 o'clock. So, or I think around 11 o'clock your time. Italy, Spain, England has horrible food. Yeah, I know England has horrible food, bro. I know. I'll wait for one more. I appreciate you guys for being here, honestly. And bro, shout out to you. You're the OG. And when I start making it, when I start making money off of this, I'm gonna remember you, Pook. Or yeah, Puke Duck. I'm gonna remember you, bro. I don't know if I'm saying your name right, but I'm gonna remember you, man. You've been supporting me, and I appreciate you specifically because you're always here. Always, it's super dope. I remember all my day ones on all my platforms. I definitely do. I definitely do. So on that note, I'm gonna head out, guys. It's been a nice live. I hope you eventually do catch a French UFC card, bro. Shout out to you for being in here. I love all of y'all. Thank you so much, bro.